Hello everybody, it's Patty here with Patty Stitches. Today is February the 3rd, 2026, and this is episode 336. It really is, I checked. On today's show, I have whips, I have haul, and I want to show you January and February Wipgo calls. So sit back and relax, grab your beverage of choice. I'm doing iced tea today. Your craft of choice, and let's chat. So how has everybody been? I've been really good. Sorry I didn't do a post or a video the last couple weeks. We got back home yesterday from our Hawaiian vacation. Very happy to be home. I know the last time I talked to you guys, I said that the boiler was working perfectly, and it continued to work just fine. It's actually above zero here, so that's nice. It's supposed to drop back down for the next couple days and then go back up again. So we haven't missed all the cold weather. We just missed the extreme cold weather, which I am very grateful for. We went to the Mechanical Contractors Association's yearly conference that was at the end of the month. So we wrapped up his final thing for his job, which is great. So he's completely and totally free of any obligations in that sector of his life. He is very happy still, and I'm glad. And I'm also very glad to be home, because me and the stitching, we were not getting along very well. And in fact, the last couple of days I didn't stitch at all. And in fact, last night I did 19 stitches. That was it. And we got home in the afternoon. So it wasn't like I didn't take 2 naps because I don't sleep on a plane. If you're curious, we go from Alaska to Seattle, and that's 3, almost 4 hours flight. And then from Seattle to Hawaii is another 6.5 hours. So yesterday it was a 14-hour, it was a 15-hour because we also left Seattle a half an hour late. So it was a long flight, but I'm really grateful that they have that semi-direct, because usually we would have to leave Fairbanks, hit Anchorage, which is like a 45-minute flight, then to Seattle, then to the islands. We can get a flight that goes from Anchorage to the islands, so there would be no Seattle stop. But a lot of times we try to get that flight, and we still get bumped in going into Seattle. So we've kind of quit trying to get that one because they keep changing it. We did spend a month at a rental house. It was beautiful. It was wonderful. The pool was cold. We got over to the conference in Waikoloa, and it was a warm pool, and we had a really great time. Got to see some old friends, had dinner with one vendor, which was really nice, and we really appreciated him asking us, and it was really great. We also had dinner with an old-time friend that we've known for a very, very, very long time. So it turned out to be a very nice time, but I'm very glad to be home. I'm very glad. Living out of a suitcase for that long really isn't a lot of fun, especially when you only bring 2 projects with you, and one is giving you a headache. So anyway, after all that blathering, I probably should get on with the stitching, right? I think so. All right. So I did work on a project before I left, and that is, I need my spectacles on. Country Cottage Needleworks Santa's house. So Santa's village. And I did want to say I did mess up. I don't have another country cottage. So the one that I was talking about so long ago, I'm sorry, was the Animals in the Woods, is by a completely different designer. So since I'm only working on one project per designer, that's fine. My plan is fine. So anyway, this is this. I'm stitching this all on one piece of fabric, which is 32 count platinum Lugana. Where is it? Oh, it's in here still. I still have it on the Q-snap because I'm going to keep it on the frame so I can keep stitching on it. Okay. So, yeah, I think I did the tree, and I think I did Santa. So, yeah, I did just a little bit before I left, not a whole lot, but I'm really happy. I really like this. It's so much fun to work on. I did pick some different colors for the green down here and the red that's going to be continued. So this red is going to be changed out. I'm not going to pull this out of here. I'm just going to go with it. But so this red will be just a little bit different. And when I get to that, I'll show you guys. But yeah, so nice. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So this is definitely going to be coming out a couple of times a month because I would like to get this done as soon as I can because I'd love to have it framed and on my wall. All right, so here is the problem child. This is the Modern Folk Embroidery Little Acorns. This is the Modern Folk Embroidery Sal for 2026. January, we're supposed to have the borders all done, and February is the start of the top border. If you were here with me the last time, you knew that I messed up the border completely, and I thought I had found the error and corrected it, and I did for a little bit. So what I did is I started to work down, and once I fixed this border was fine, this border was fine, and then I got to this one, and I was 10 rows off. So everything from here down is incorrect. I started tearing it out. You can see that I've got these are just there to tell me, okay, that's where the border goes. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I've got to fix these borders as well. So I just about threw it away. I almost did. And I thought, no, I can fix this. I can just go on my own merry little way. And it will not get done this year, but that's okay. But I will still work on it every Friday. I will try to get as much of it done as possible. I am still waiting for the second color to come in, and it hasn't come in yet that I ordered. So once it gets here, I'll start doing that. But I am going to keep working just to outline where the blocks are. So I'm going to continue. So this one I couldn't do because it's an animal. I'm waiting for that color to come in, and then I'll do that. Then I'll do just a little bit of this one, a little bit of that one, and then these two, just so I know before I rip the other border through. I'll work down a little bit and then put the border in and then continue. But so this one is going to be a lot of fun once I get everything fixed. I was just so sad. And I did recount everything after I got down and went, oh no, not again. So, but I'm liking the thread. I like the fabric. I like the pattern. The pattern doesn't like me. So I will be working on this, like I said, every Friday. This is my Friday stitch, just so I can continue. And at this point, I need more than 500 stitches a day or a week. Once I get all the borders done and get everything back in, then I can figure out how many I need to do a week, and then I'll make sure I do that. If it's way too much, then obviously that's not going to work, but I'm hoping it's not going to be too dramatic. Okay, and then the last one, of course, is my gamer. This is charted by Gecko Rouge, art by Medusa Dollmaker, and it is a retired chart, but she has her own website. You can go to her website and get it. And I'm very happy. I have done 3 pages. 2 of the pages are smaller pages, but I got 3 pages completed on this trip. So that is very, very exciting. I didn't bring it in with me, but this is my thread makers. What is the name of that? I can't remember the name of that. I'm sorry. I don't have it anywhere in here. Hold on. Hi, I'm back. Okay, this is like the 3rd time I keep getting interrupted, so hopefully I won't get interrupted this time. It is called The Thread Walker Saga, is the game I am playing with Gamer. And it's great. It's by Wild Fox Stitchery. You can find her on Facebook and on YouTube. I have defeated 4 of the 10 big monsters. And I am in the 500 round here. So, yay. Yay. And like I said, I've been getting tons of stitches done on Gamer because of this. I'm trying to keep up with it, so it'll be a lot of fun. I am slowing way down though now, because doing 500 stitches, especially now that I'm home and I'll be working on a whole bunch of different projects, I will be slowing up on Gamer, which is good. Okay, I wanted to tell you guys about another game I'm going to start playing, and it starts on February 6th, which is Stitch the Winter Olympics, and this is by the Naptime Stitcher. Yeah, the Naptime Stitcher. And she's got a Facebook group, I guess. I can't remember where I found this before, and it was kind of hard to find it, but I just kept going with the Google engine, and it found it for me. So, it starts on the 6th and goes all the way through to, let me see here, the 22nd. And some of these I will be doing, some of them I won't. Like the open ceremonies is start something or stitch on something that you started for 26. So I think I'm going to start something, and that is in my purchases that I'll show you. There's the Parade of Nations, so something patriotic. So I will definitely be stitching something patriotic. Winter Olympics is something related to winter. The Olympic rings, something with the colors that are in the rings, which is blue, yellow, black, green, and red. Then there's something with an animal. Curling is something to sweep. There's nothing. It says, stitch something you were encouraged to stitch by a friend or social media. There's so many of those things. In fact, the New Start could work for that too, and you'll see it when I show you. Something that has a border, a Halloween, something from your favorite designer, stitch a Wipgo project or towards any other goal. So that's really cool, and that's on the 15th. Nordic Combined is stitch something that is part of a series that Christmas Santa's Village would work. Olympic Village, something with a house or building. Perfect. Stitch a piece of your choice to stay on target. That would work with little acorns. Figure skating, stitch something with letters or numbers. That's what my Wipgo board is full of. Bobsled, stitch something you want to stay on track to finish. That would work for that. Stitch something with a flower or floral motif. Yeah, I can find that. And then stitch something you hope to finish in 2026. So I can see actually putting a little acorn in and doing a lot on little acorn for that several days from the 6th through the 22nd. So maybe you'll be seeing a lot of that. You'll be seeing some of my Wipgo. I mean, perfect. Perfect. But anyway, like I said, you can find this if you go to Google and keep working at it. You'll find it is Stitch the Winter Olympics. Again, by the Nap Time Stitcher. Perfect. Okay, so those are the two games that I'm going to be playing in this little bit. Okay, and so I'll show you the 4 Wipgo projects that I have to catch up on for the month of February. The first one is, these are the 2 January ones, which is, first one is Seaside Sampler, and that is by Rosewood Manor. Okay, and I'm stitching this one on a 32 count using the called for silks. And I'll just show you where I'm at. Okay. Now, I've just started. So. Okay. And then it was Scylla Witches Quaker. And this is by Teresa Kogut, stitching on 36 count, Edinburgh linen, pumpkin by Fiber and Whim. Oops. And I'm using the called for floss for this one as well. Okay. So that's where I'm at, this one. And it'll be great because then these can go back into the rotation. So these 4 are definitely up for stitching the rotation, which I'm really glad about. Okay, and then trying to keep them kind of in order here. The first, so, oh, I guess I should tell you guys the numbers. So January's call were 2 and 7. February's call is 5 and 22. So this one is 5, and this is October 31, and this was by the Riolis. Oh no, Riveras. Sorry, it's by Riveras. And I'm stitching this one on 32 count Vapors by Atomic Ranch. And this is definitely one I would love to get finished this year. And since this one was called so early in the year, I think I might be able to do that. So maybe I'll have 1 or 2 finishes this year. I'm not sure if I'll have very many more than that, but we shall see. Okay. Oh boy, here's my cottage garden. So I may not be able to do the animals. That's kind of sucky, but oh well. Trick or Treat by Cottage Garden. But this one's got animals. I could use this for that as well. Okay. And this is where I'm at. So maybe I can finish this one this year and then start working on the animal as well. Okay, cool. So those are the 4 Wipgo projects that I have to work on. Okay. Yeah. So, purchases. This one is the one that I could work on for, you got inspired to stitch on it. And this was Ink Circles, Another Year Creeps By. And this is the one that Leah from Sunshine Stitchers is working on. I looked and looked and looked for this one because I really like it. It's really odd, but it's really cool, I think. Just so different than in a lot of Halloween samplers. So I'm going to be working on this guy. And even though I did print it out, I was able to put it into Pattern Keeper. So it does go into Pattern Keeper. At least I think it does. I need to tell it what kind of floss I'm going to use, and then I'll see. But hopefully it'll work in Pattern Keeper. So, yay. And then I caught one of the Vicky Stitch and Buttons bags. So, this is the back. Look at that, isn't that cool? And here is the front. And then it's got a dragon. So super cool. So all I am now waiting for is the floss from Silks for You to put in to Little Acorn. Little Acorn's got animals too. There's a lot of things I could use Little Acorns for. So you might be seeing a lot of Little Acorns this month. All right. So husband's right out the door there. Hopefully you guys can't hear him, but if you do, sorry. Looking around, I really don't have anything else to talk to you guys about. I will need to attach the 2 videos and get this uploaded. So I hope that you are all staying safe, healthy, and happy. And I hope that whatever you craft it to your heart's content. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.